And also, you've yet to display any reason on why hypergamy is bad.
Well, I suppose I would say this is unrestricted hypergamy. You know, the nuclear family is being destroyed in the West. People aren't getting married. People aren't having children.
I agree with you.
And it's going to be like a polygamist society because a lot of women would rather share a high status dude than find like a guy who's on their level, who's, if an average chick would rather be with a high status guy and share him than just find an average dude. You ask a lot of women who are average, they will tell you, I don't want an average guy. And that could be physically speaking, that could be their looks, it could be socioeconomic.
When you ask a young girl who they're going to marry, they're going to say Prince Charming. They're not going to say, oh, some
That's
guy
delusional.
that sells
See,
cable.
I love the average guy. I like the hardworking man. I like a man that like works hard, and you don't have to be 6'7" or whatever. I think it's very much so like our society.
Yeah.
Literally everything here is literally just a matter of perception.
Can you see the number on that microphone? Can you put both the this one right here?
Oh.
7. 5 and 7. Eric, can you lower the volume on the both? Could you put them on the ground, or that one on the ground for me?
Do you want this one on the ground?
Yeah, you can put it on the ground just right next to you. Thank you, appreciate it. Okay. So, did you have an answer or rebuttal? Or?
No, I forgot.
I know.
She was just saying like average men are like cool. Like it's just projects this idea.
And also, most women will have those thoughts in their like 20s and 30s, and then they'll end up at 30. They'll be like, well, I want a family, so I'm going to marry someone and I'm going to settle. And that's what most women do, and that's okay.
But that's dangerous because they view it as settling, when in reality, their settling is actually finding the guy who's actually on her level. Ivan, okay, I'll read it. Let's make this clear. Any form of using your body for money is S-work. Content creators played out like a trash can. This attention seeking and abuse to your blank isn't a turn on for good men. As you age, things change. I don't want the net to see my lady. Ivan Jr., thank you for the 100, man. Appreciate it. Glad you were able to get the TTS figured out. Appreciate it, man. So what were we talking about?
We're talking about how women
polygamy.
don't
You need
polygamous
society. You need to have a specific time in which you read all of these like rapid fire, and then we could just
A lot of people
You were
say
talking
that.
about a
I
polygamous
think women
society.
just dream harder.
So yeah,
you know?
I don't think that we're ever gonna have a polygamous society. I don't think it works. I think that monogamy is ingrained in our lives. I think evolutionarily women want one man. They do, and they want their man to be true to them.
But
so I don't think that we'll ever live in a polygamous society. I know where you're going with that, and it feels that way, especially with the degeneracy, but I just don't think it'll happen.
Well, I mean, perhaps it's a bit of hyperbole to say that we're going towards a polygamous society, but like in a, I guess, more of a broad general sense, I do get the sense that there's a lot of women who are sharing the same guys. There's more women who are, what's the term? There are more women who are Eskimo sisters than there are men who are Eskimo brothers. So basically you have women who are all looking towards that top tier of men.
We are animals.
And they're chasing after that top tier of men.
Sure.
But what happens is when a woman throughout her 20s is just boom, 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 NBA player, like all of you guys said, I got NBA players in my DMs. Hold on. Damn it.
Don't you do.
It was a legitimate question. Torture blank is a bit, maybe I should rephrase my question because reality sometimes is uncomfortable. Was there any thought on how it affects your future due to your own actions or for financial gain via OF?
It was phrased better.
He's talking about the kids and how like,
oh, sure.
Yeah.
How you think it's going to affect them.
If you would regret it like later on down the road.
Wait, shit. I have to, did we do this one, the fresh and fit one?
I think.
No.
Okay, we're good. So you'll have women who go through their 20s just like Chad, like getting with really attractive guys. Because here's the difference, right?
Well, I have my own thoughts on this.
Sure. A woman could, men will sleep down. So a woman could sleep with a guy.
Men will sleep with everything.
Yeah. But what ends up happening, and this is why I think a lot of women consider themselves to be 10s, is because they can get sexual attention from men who are like really high status or really attractive. And then they think, well, if I can get that guy, that means that I must also be of a comparable attractiveness level. But that just simply isn't the case, because men will gladly sleep with women that they would never commit to and never be in relationships with, because they welcome the easy access to sex. For a woman to sleep with a guy, that guy almost most of the time, I was about to say some good shit.
No. $100.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
Ladies, if there's someone who pays $20K per month as an allowance to you, confirms won't commit but wants to use you sexually as and when he pleases, anytime, anywhere, what you take the offer. That way at least you won't be a famous 304, rather an exclusive 304.
Word A, Salzka. Thank you for the 100, man. Appreciate it. Is there a question here for the girls or not really? Don't think so. Okay, so oh my God, these guys are on fire. The chat is on fire. Thank you, man.
Ladies, from right to left. Number 1, delusional debater. Number 2, rude AF for laughing like a kid. Hash the 3rd of may not realize her man is a simp. Number 4, can't form an opinion of her own. The Dude and Chick by Brian, thumbs up. Glad the other 2 are out of view. Brian for president.
Brian for president.
Let's go.
Retweet.
Let's go.
So when you talk about women who want to date up, you're talking about money. You're not talking about looks. Women often don't go for like the most handsome men. They go for richer men.
They also go up looks too.
Sure, but that's not what you're talking about with hypergamy. You're talking about men who have it all together. You're not talking about the hottest men, because there are certainly very hot men who women won't date because they don't have money. We know that this is true.
Well, I mean, I think there's a couple different standards. Like some women will compartmentalize it. So they'll be like, that's the really hot dude, but like he doesn't really have his life together, but he's great in bed. He's super fucking hot. Here's dinner guy. Never going to sleep with him.
You're talking about marriage.
No, I'm talking about like women will put men in these categories, like dinner dude. He gets me Ubers. He provides emotional support. He's
that would make sense.
He's my security. Here's the hot dude who I just like to fuck. But like
you're taking an issue with evolutionary biology, in which women again are sexual selectors, so they get to choose who they have their kin with.
Sure.
And I understand that that's hard for men, especially men who can't make the cut. But unfortunately, women do have that power, and they should have that power. And that's just the way that animals are. That's the way that we are.
Yes, but women also have agency. So women are not slaves to their own sexual selectiveness or their hypergamy.
Well, I was just about to say that I think that we should encourage women to not sleep around like men. I don't think that men should sleep around like men.
Well, I agree with both.
Sure. I think it is not advantageous to men for women to be sleeping with everyone that they see, and I especially don't think it's advantageous for women. And I think that would solve a lot of the hypergamous issue.